All right, time for some Brave and the Bold. I have this. This is the Super DC Giant S16. It is a retelling of some of the Brave and the Bold stories. Metamorpho, Flash, Batman, a number of people in there. So that one I thought was really cool. So if we start again a little bit back, I picked up the reprint of Brave and the Bold number 28. We know that's the first appearance of the Justice League. Again, I have the Silver Age Classic reprint ones. Now, if you were buying as I was at the time, they reprinted Brave and the Bold 29. Again, it carried over with it, and 30. So all of those is just, again, great stories from it. I have two of the first Teen Titans in number 54. Number 56 here with Martian Manhunter and the Flash teaming up together. Now this one, this has got Starman. It's got the Huntress, Black Canary. It's got the Sportsmaster and Wildcat. And I'm trying to remember, it's somebody's first Silver Age appearance. It might be Starman and the Game Master and the Huntress and stuff. I'm trying to remember from it now. This is, give me 1 second. Number 67. Somebody put something about Batman right there. They wrote it on the moon. With the Go-Go checks. Got this beautiful one where Flash is battling the Spectre on there. Go-Go checks on there. You might have just heard the thunder outside. It's coming down pretty good here. Number 74 with the Metal Man. Number 78, first appearance of Copperhead. Also, that Metal Man reminded me, I have some of the bigger books or the small books that I have, which is my first exposure to the Metal Man, and I'm thinking about eventually digging those out too and start to show some of those and stuff as part of it. Here's 83. I think we get into some of these Neal Adams ones. Let's see, I wrote that now. This one is the costume change for Green Arrow in number 85. Deadman appearance here, 86. Now this one's got a Neal Adams cover with Wildcat, number 88. Excuse me. Phantom Stranger makes an appearance there over Robin, while all the dead things are trying to get at Batman. And here is a Black Canary appearance in this one, number 91. Now, number 97 with the Wildcat. Now here's got 4 co-stars in this one for number 100. This has got Green Lantern, Black Canary, Robin, and Green Arrow, while Batman's in a wheelchair about to be killed. Alright. Now, 101, Metamorpho makes an appearance. Teen Titans make an appearance here in Brave and the Bold 102. It is a Neil Adams cover. Another one with the Metal Man in 103. Gotta love the Metal Man making it. They're trying to make him mash the button. Now this is our Wonder Woman super spy. This is when she was not the, super powered one like she was. Here is 106 with Green Arrow. Beautiful Black Canary one. She parachutes down toward Batman. He's got a gun pointed straight at him. Batman and the Demon team up. 109. And this one definitely is a strange one. This is a Joker appearance, 1974, so it is a nice early Bronze Age one, but this is a really nice one. This is, like I said, number 111, Joker appears. And this is where we get to the 100-pagers. Now this is, again, Batman makes an appearance with the Metal Men. Batman got fired, the Metal Men are in, but we got Green Arrow. The Viking Prince makes an appearance. Again, he was in the earlier Brave and Bold. And we have Hawkman. Here we got Batman and the Atom, but down over there we have, at the bottom we have Solomon Grundy battles Dr. Fate, Our Man, and the Challengers of the Unknown take on somebody. So, and it's also the Viking Prince is in the backup story, so good chance to see the Viking Prince if you never had a chance to really see him in stories. I thought they did a good one on the Justice League Unlimited series of him telling his story and stuff. 100-page, giant here again, 60 center for number 117. You've got Sergeant Rock making an appearance with him. And again, you got a Green Arrow, you got the Blackhawks down there. I mean, that's the best part about these Brave and the Bolds when they hit these hundreds. Man, you got everything in that. A little bit of Man-Bat teaming up with him in 119. Commandy teaming up with him in 150. Or 120, I'm sorry. Metal Man come back at it again in 121. And our friend Metamorpho makes an appearance in 123. So, excuse me. Alright, now. Excuse me. Number 124. It's kind of funny because it is Batman and Sergeant Rock, but it's actually a story being drawn by the artist so that Rock will kill Batman. Excuse me, I had to get a drink. My throat's dry. Alright. Number 125 is the Flash teaming up with Batman. Our friend Aquaman teaming up with Batman. How about that? Mr. Miracle teaming up with Batman. And we also have our Bicentennial. That's number 19 in there. Now this one's a good one. This has 4 fabulous co-stars. The 2 of them are bad guys. Because again, we have Batman, Green Arrow, Two-Face, the Joker, and we have the Atom making an appearance. So pretty cool combination of 131. That is the Wonder Woman. We're back to our Wonder Woman we know, teaming up with Batman, but also that is Catwoman's costume of that time. In the Batman, if you watch my videos with Batman, you'll see where her first costume appearance is with the new costume of that one. And there's our Kung Fu fighter, Richard Dragon, making an appearance with Batman. 133, Batman and Deadman working together. And how about that one? If you're a Green Lantern fan, that's a chance to pick up a Green Lantern with Batman. A separate story than what you would get in your normal Green Lantern books. 135. 136. With Metal Man and Green Arrow. Now, Eric K mentioned a while back about me not having any DC on my wall, but I'm showing a lot of DC, so I hope you appreciate them all. And go check his channel out. It's a great channel. Love his channel. Great guy. 137. 138 with Mr. Miracle. 139 with Hawkman. 140 with Wonder Woman. So that's the thing about Brave and the Bold, Marvel 2-in-1, World's Finest, not as much because they tend to stick more to, but a lot of ones like this. Brave and the Bold was the Batman version of Marvel 2-in-1 or of Marvel Team Up. They had theirs, Brave and the Bold had theirs. So both sides kind of had the one where you could actually still follow a Wonder Woman story without actually having to buy a bunch. You could just buy the Wonder Woman ones. Or even like this with a Black Canary, Joker appearance. Batman and the Creeper at 143 with the Human Target making an appearance. Human Target makes another appearance, and 144. This one is Batman and Green Arrow. Now this one is number 145 with the Phantom Stranger. And one thing I make every attempt to work on if I can is I try to get the Whitmans. Now, if you know, the Whitmans actually always appeared in the bagged comics, which would come in 3-packs during this period of time. So they would be, Whitmans would be resold in things like your maybe your Zayres, your Kmart, your Walmart, McCroy's, wherever, anywhere they sold bagged comics at the time. So anytime I see them, I get them. Because, technically, if you look at what was out during that time, and you can find if you watch, there is a number of people who keep showing some of the bag ones. Dr. Silver is just showing them Shannon, 4-string band. Sorry, Shannon. Sometimes yours is harder. Always think of you as Shannon, so I don't think about it. After Comics has shown a great video on all of the bag comics, but these were originally in it, and you should be able to almost put together, quote, the bag comics through this by finding the different Whitmans to put back together with it. I know it's kind of a cheaper way, but it is kind of what would have been in the bag would be this one with 2 other books. Here's one with the Unknown Soldier, number 146, 147. I know I have the Whitman for this, so I'm guessing I might have accidentally shoved it in a different box, so that'll be my time as I thin down a little bit more and keep looking for what I'm keeping, not keeping. I got about 23 boxes of short boxes to sell, and then I'm going to come back and eventually start weeding through again and seeing if I could thin it down to kind of be where I think I want to say yes to. So 148 with Plastic Man, And then the Teen Titans appear 149. So let's pull those out of the way, and then we'll now 150. Again, there's a beautiful in red old covers there that you see what you know with the colored Batman over the top, but who is going to be teaming up with him. As you can see, I do have number 150 as a Whitman. 152, he teams up with the Atom. 153, he teams up with the Red Tornado. And I also have the Whitman in that one. 154, Metamorpho. Again, I know Shannon and Dr. Silver Age has talked about, Rod has talked about a number of times about Metamorpho and stuff. So I can guess y'all have these already. If not, why not? 155 with Green Lantern. 156 with Dr. Fate. 157. How about that one with Commandy? Commandy coming down with that big old butcher knife at him from behind. So what is Commandy looking to do? But even better, my friends, is there's the Whitman for that. Now, 158 with Wonder Woman again. A lot of good Wonder Woman stories get stuck in here and there. This is during her Bronze Age run, so pretty cool. A bit of Supergirl making an appearance. Again, made perfect sense. Supergirl making an appearance, just like, you know, Robin making an appearance in World's Finest kind of thing. Adam Strange. Of course, who do you call when Adam Strange disappears? Or he's wanted for murder? Of course you call the world's greatest detective. And again, a little bit of Sergeant Rock at 162. Hawkman at 164. 165. The Man-Bat makes an appearance. So you get a pretty good amount of Man-Bat in a lot of Batman stuff if you're a fan of his too. Now the Nemesis makes an appearance in here. Really like that character. I want to say I don't want to ruin it for y'all, but I want to say somewhere near the end of this they kill him off. And that one's with the Blackhawks. But look at that cover though. They're all in a deep dive heading down, and Batman's just standing out there on the wing riding it down. Now is that just not bad or what? Such a great cover. And Nemesis in this one again is a backup story while you got Batman and Green Arrow. Now if you remember in JLA where Zatanna switched her costume, she went to more of it kind of looks more like it's trying to be sort of a superhero than it is for her to practice magic in a way, which I don't like this one over the other one. But this is where she makes an appearance with Batman and Brave and the Bold. And in this one, we get Nemesis actually teaming up with Batman. And like I said, I'm trying to remember when he's supposed to go. I know he's in a lot of these backup stories. Now, I'm a big Scalp Hunter fan, love Scalp Hunter. And there he is actually teaming up with Batman. So, I mean, how they come up with that story that he would team up with a guy that was there before the last turn of the century, that's a good story. Here's Firestorm, number 172, Nemesis backup story. Same thing here, but now Batman's teamed up with the Guardians of the Universe. So, which then rolls right into 174, which you have Green Lantern actually teaming up with him. Now this one's interesting. That is, Batman teams up with Lois Lane. Now this would be after the Superman, the Lois Lane stories, the Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, and it should be maybe during the Superman family or at the end of it where she's still making little appearances. Swamp Thing appears with Batman in number 176. 177 with the Elongated Man. And that's pretty bad. Elongated Man's unconscious, being used by the bad guy, and he's using him to choke out Batman, which is bondage. So you have a bondage cover at the same time. And in beginning in this issue, a new Nemesis adventure. So Nemesis is still active there. And then our Legion of Superheroes there. And the Spectre by 180. Almost done, folks. If you know Brave and the Bold, it lasted up to 200. So 181, Little Hawk and Dove, which I have 2 of. 182, again, this is going back to Earth 2, and we get the Earth 2 Robin, and there's Batwoman. 183, teaming up with the Riddler. 184 with the Huntress. Again, Christmas one, Snow, which I really love. But this does tie in some of the Earth 2 that I know of from that. 185 with Green Arrow, but Robin. 186 with Hawkman. 187, again, our friends the Metal Men make another appearance. Again, if you just want to buy up all the Metal Men ones and read them, it's well worth it. So, same thing here, 188 with Rose and Thorn. And then here we have a bondage cover for Batman and Rose and Thorn on number 188 with the Nazis. 190. We're trying to find out who killed Adam Strange, and again, this ties in like it was the other one. How about that one? Batman teams up with the Joker. And again, you look, and the Penguin's laying down there in a big old, like he'd just been shot. So, did he do it? We gotta find out. Here it is, Batman teams up with Superboy in 192. I think this is it right here. I think this is the last appearance of the Nemesis. I think this is where it's a sacrifice of himself or whatever and stuff in this one. Now, I'm sure they've seen the writing on the walls that they were going to be finishing with Brave and the Bold here soon, and Nemesis wasn't going to carry over to anything else. I guess they just kind of run the course of the story. Batman and the Flash in 194. Batman teams up with I, Vampire. Now, this is one of my favorites from old, is Batman and Ragman team up together. That's a really cool issue. And same thing with this one. Batman and Catwoman team up. We start getting to the point where you start getting some more of the tie-ins with them in the Earth 2 connection. There he is, Batman and Karate Kid. That 199 is Batman and the Spectre. And then last but not least, which is one of my favorites at one point, this is my original one from my old collection. This is number 200. This crosses the barrier to be able to show two Batmans. It shows us the Earth 2 Batman and his story, and then it crosses over to show us our Batman and how he basically has to defeat what seems to be the same criminal. So really neat. It's a good end to the whole line to be able to show just an Earth 2, Earth 1 kind of story. And again, I bought that one before I got to my original collection of ones. So that's it. Much longer video, but it did show you all my Brave and the Bolds, and I appreciate everybody for watching, subscribing, everybody new. I appreciate all the likes, thumbs up, and I hope you have thoroughly enjoyed it as much as I have to go back through my books to see my Batman collection. Till next time, my friends, same bad time, same bad channel. Have a good one.